Hello, welcome to Jerry Kate's live. No, it's Empowered Woman Live. Yeah. I know my glasses are doing the ring thing, but man, I can see so much better. So help me let's just deal with it. Okay. It's kind of distracting. Anyway, if you're here live, hashtag live. And if you're here for the replay, go ahead and put hashtag replay in the chat. Have you ever delayed launching something because it wasn't quite right? Have you ever rewritten a post, a plan, or even your entire life direction, not because it wasn't aligned, but because it wasn't perfect? If so, you're not alone. And you're not lazy, scattered, or undisciplined. You've inherited a cultural identity pattern called, if I can't do it perfectly, I won't do it at all. Dr. Claire Zammit calls this the perfection trap in her Women's Cultural Barriers Matrix. And today we're going to name it, challenge it, and begin to release it at the level of identity. This is part 3 of a 7-part series, The Cultural Lies We Inherited and the Truths That Set Us Free. Each week we explore a powerful cultural identity pattern that high-achieving women unconsciously carry, and how to shift into authenticity, impact, and truth. I was trained by this framework by Dr. Claire Zammit and the Institute for Women-Centered Coaching. This work is rooted in decades of research on how women access authentic power by shifting identity, not just behavior. The perfection trap isn't about high standards. It's about fear. It's about fear. Perfectionism looks like discipline, but underneath, it's often shame-based self-protection. Women are taught from a young age to be pleasing, to be polished, to be good at everything. We internalize the belief, if I get it wrong, I'll be judged, rejected, or exposed. So we wait, we edit, we avoid sharing our truths until it's flawless, and often that moment never comes. Here's a reflection prompt. Where in your life are you holding back because something isn't ready enough yet? Think about the different areas of your life. I'm going to try taking these off. Where in your life are you holding back because something just it's not ready? The real cost of perfection is visibility, creativity, and joy. Perfectionism doesn't just delay progress, it erodes self-trust. You begin to fear your own ideas. You silence your voice before others even get a chance to hear it. You spend so much time perfecting that you forget the purpose behind what you're doing in the first place. And most painfully, you begin to internalize that belief, or this belief. I'm only lovable, worthy, or safe when I do things perfectly. Just check it out. Take a look inside at yourself. And do you say things like that to yourself? Do you feel that way? Here's an identity level practice. Bring to mind a moment you stalled, over-polished, or hid something that mattered to you, and ask yourself, what identity was I inhabiting in that moment? Who are you being in that moment? And what belief did I hold about my worth? Maybe it's got to be perfect, or what if they reject me? What if they don't like it? Notice what you're saying when you're in that perfectionism place, and when you're there. When you're there. It's not a surprise because you're going at it, and not launching it, right? Not getting it past a certain point. Yes. What I want to do is invite you to call in your future self. So if you're somewhere where it's safe to do so, go ahead and close your eyes and take a nice deep breath in and exhale and relaxing. And in the distance, you can see your future self coming. She's coming from the distance. Look how she carries herself. Look at the look on her face. Look what she's wearing. How does she hold things? call on this one who's visible, vulnerable, and magnetic, even in her mess. And what would she say to you? What would your future self say to you? Now let's talk about the shift from performance to presence. You don't need to be perfect to be powerful. You need to be real. Perfectionism may have protected you once, but now it's preventing you from taking things to the next level of impact. And what actually builds trust in your business, your relationships, and leadership, do you know what that is? Presence, truth, relatability, and courage. Your audience, your clients, your people, they don't need your polish. They need your presence. So here's an embodiment practice. Just putting your hand on your heart center and taking a nice deep breath and release it and say, I'm not here to perform. I'm here to be real. My worth is not measured by flawlessness, but by my courage to show up. Here's a power statement. I'm not here to be perfect. I'm here to be whole, real, and impactful. My power lives in my presence, not my polish. I trust myself to grow in public and rise from imperfection. And breathe and let that land. Hey, Katrina. So I'm going to do a little something different now. And because I have a gift for you at the end, and I wanted to introduce you to the idea. Now, have you heard of tapping? Okay, it's an also called emotional freedom technique. And I first learned tapping as a nurse practitioner working for Dr. Jaggy. He's a local holistic doctor here in the Sonora area. And the protocol was if somebody had depression or anxiety, I had a little sheet that I would teach them tapping on. So it regulates your emotions. I wake up and do tapping. The last thing before bed, I do tapping. In fact, I pulled up some information and my sister brought this up. She said something about she was wearing her watch that told her she got into a deeper sleep after tapping. And so I looked it up. So it regulates your nervous system. Tapping calms the amygdala and lowers cortisol levels when your body feels safe. And you're more likely to enter a restorative sleep, including REM cycles, which are often suppressed by stress or hyperarousal. And then processed emotion residue before bed. You can process any emotions or mental loops you've got going on, like shame, anxiety, overthinking, because these things can delay or interrupt your REM sleep, your deep sleep. Tapping helps discharge the mental clutter so the subconscious can do its job overnight. And then it supports your parasympathetic dominance. So sympathetic is your fight or flight, right? It's like you see three figures walking down an alley. You want to run, right? It's like your blood pressure's up, your heart rate's up, and you want to run. And then parasympathetic is your rest and digest nervous system. And it's the relaxing one. So it helps the parasympathetic. And then it clears sleep blocking beliefs or patterns. It's not safe to fully relax. I have to stay alert in case something goes wrong. I can't turn my brain off. We say that a lot. A lot of people will say those kinds of things. And, in the power of your words, it's also keeping you from sleeping. So what if you did some tapping last thing before bed? I got to tell you, I've done it the last 2 nights. Actually, the last 3. I have slept so deep. I really felt rested when I woke up. So, tapping. I got a script for you. So, you can't do it wrong. You can't do it wrong. But it starts out with so this is a karate chop, right? and then I'll start in a moment, but I wanted to show you the places. So it's just a couple fingers, 2 or 3 fingers here on the karate chop. And you know what? If you tap on that spot just for a little bit and then let go, notice the energy shift. You just feel this energy. So it's top of the head, eyebrow point, side of the eye, under the eye, under the nose, under the lips, and then like near your clavicle, and then under the arm. And you can go like this too. You can't really see me. There's not enough room. But so under the arm. Can't do it wrong. Just do it with me. I'll say each place as we go. All right? So we're going to start with karate chop, and we're going to say this 3 times. Even though I felt like I had to get it perfect, even though I delayed or hidden what matters to me, I deeply love and accept myself, and I choose a new story. Even though I felt like I had to get it perfect, even though I've delayed or hidden what matters to me, I deeply love and accept myself, and I choose a new story. We're going to do it one more time. Even though I felt like I had to get it perfect, even though I've delayed or hidden what matters to me, I deeply love and accept myself, and I choose a new story. Okay. Eyebrow point. I've been stuck in perfection. Side of the eye. Trying to get it all just right. Under the eye. Afraid of getting it wrong. Under the nose. Afraid of what people might think. And the chin. So I keep waiting. Collarbone. I hold back. And under the arms, I second guess myself, and it's exhausting. And then eyebrow point. Oh, I forgot the head, and it's exhausting. Eyebrow point, but I'm ready to let go. I'm ready to let this go. This fear that I'm not enough yet. Under the eye. This pressure to be flawless. Under the nose, it's not the truth of who I am. Chin, it's just an old identity. Collarbone, a survival strategy. Under the arm, and I no longer need it. On the top of the head, I choose to release it now. Just one more round. Eyebrow point, I choose progress over perfection. Side of the eye, I choose presence over performance. Under the eye, I allow myself to show up. Under the nose, even before it's perfect. Under the chin, or on the chin, my voice matters. Collarbone, my work is enough. Under the arm, I am enough. Right now, top of the head. And take a big breath and let it out. Go ahead and place your hand on heart center. And the affirmation I want to share is I'm not here to be perfect. I'm here to be real, whole, and impactful. I release the need to get it right and trust myself to show up anyway. And take another deep breath in and out. And I would love your experience in the comments. I like to measure myself. If I'm feeling anxious, if I've got a lot going on or there's something going on and I'm feeling anxious, I'll measure it and go, okay, where am I 0 to 10? And maybe I'm an 8. And then I'll do the tapping rounds and then check in with myself and see where I'm at. And all the time it goes down. All the time. It can go down to 0, but all the time it goes down. So if you're feeling stuck or blocked or just off your game, I created this powerful gift, right? And to help you clear the way for clarity, confidence, and magnetism. so you can start receiving the life you're truly meant for. So in this gift is the 4 Ways to Power Center. It's a video, or I think it's just the audio in there. It's all you need. You don't need to watch me. It's a meditation. 4 Ways to Power Center. And this is where you gather your wise adult self, your witness self, your spiritual self, and your future self. And it's a feminine power practice, and the intention is to ignite your potential. So that's all I'm going to say about that. It's a powerful exercise. I use it in workshops all the time. And then it has 5 tapping sequences. Let's see. And there's so like what we just did, it's a tapping script or a tapping sequence. So there's 5 of them in there. Money blocks, visibility and magnetism, fears of being visible, overwhelm and indecision, and then rejection wounds. And there's one in there about sleep too. So if you would like access, type in Inner Shift, and I'll make sure that you get the link to it. Inner Shift. So there's not tapping instruction on there. I think I might put a little tapping video on that page. If you did the tapping with me, you don't even necessarily need to say it. I mean, it really makes a big difference if you do. But like when I was leading it, you should have felt some kind of shift, even if you couldn't keep up with the words. And I'm not sure I left you enough time to say them. I guess that was more about teaching you the positions and how it works. So tapping, powerful tool. I've had clients. I send them off after our first meeting. Here's your, a daily practice of doing tapping every day. First thing when you get up, do a tapping. And sometimes they're resistant to it. I was resistant to it. It's kind of silly sitting there tapping on my face. What's that all about? But when I started using it and I could see the energy shift and how it would calm me down, I swear by it. And like I said, I'm not a tapping instructor. I just learned this as a nurse practitioner. Now I'm retired. And it ties in really well with my coaching and, what I do to help women. All right. So if you want that Inner Shift, I would love your feedback if you did the tapping or if you've ever done tapping before. And like I said, there are 5 scripts in there. Yeah. Okay. So next week, I don't remember what the next topic is, but come back every week because we're doing 7 false identities, cultural false identities. And like I said, today was about perfectionism. I'm not going to do it till I get it right or till it's perfect, right? Okay. So, hey, Jennifer. Hey, Katrina. Thanks for hanging around. I appreciate it. Okay. So, Inner Shift, if you want those tapping scripts in that video. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.